Name one thing you see every single day. Your phone, your car, your laptop. You charge them, you update them, you notice when something's off. Now, tell me the last time you did that for yourself. I'm serious. We maintain everything we own and neglect the only thing we can't replace. Here is the weird thing about health. It doesn't ask for attention when it's working. Your heart has been beating since you were born. Your lungs breathe while you sleep, while you argue, while you scroll through TikTok at 3 a.m. Your body is doing thousands of things right now that you never asked it for, and it never sends you a notification. No software update available, no low battery warning, no terms and conditions you have to scroll through to keep living. It just goes until it doesn't. And that silence, that's exactly the problem. Because we are wired to respond to signals. Pain, discomfort, fever, a symptom that scares us. So I started thinking about this recently, not because something happened to me, but because I looked around and realized nobody around me talks about health until they have to. Not my friends, not my family, not even me. And we are not careless people. We are just not paying attention to the right things. So why? Why is it that the most fundamental thing, the container for your entire existence, is the last thing on the list? It starts earlier than you would expect. Nobody talks about health when you're a kid. Why would you? We just talk about it when something goes wrong, when someone collapses, when the doctor gives us medicine, when the person we thought was invisible isn't. When you were a kid, did anyone sit you down and say, hey, that body you're running around in, it's the only one you get. Treat it well. Me neither. I was too busy eating rice at midnight, wondering why I was always tired. As a child, your body is just there, like electricity in the house. You flip the switch, it works. You don't ask questions. Someone else is making the decisions for you. You inherited it. What you eat, when you sleep, what you do, health is there. You fall, you bleed, you heal overnight, like nothing happened. Your body was basically a Nokia 3310. You threw it down, you bounced, no scratches. Health was the default setting, and nobody messes with the defaults. Then you become a teenager. You start making your own choices. Suddenly, you are aware of your body, but for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't thinking about my cholesterol at 16. I was thinking about my jawline, trying to have some abs for the shirtless photos, and why I looked like a thumb in every target photo. You drink 3 energy drinks before an exam because sleep is for the weak, right? During the exam, you're functioning like a laptop with 1% battery and 47 tabs open. We didn't actually gain any time. We just traded a functional Tuesday for a Wednesday where we stare at the wall for 20 minutes because we forgot how to use a pen. You eat whatever is fast, cheap, or available at 11 p.m. Health class existed, but let's be honest. We memorized it enough to pass the test and forgot everything by lunch. Unless something scared you, unless a condition came with you at birth, health was a background app you forgot was running. It's using 2% of your brain power while you focus on the really important stuff, like your crush's Instagram story. Then comes the hustle. You're young, you're building something, you're surviving, you're sending emails at 2 a.m. and calling it ambition. I'm at this phase right now. I know what I should be doing. I just don't always do it. Not because I don't care, because something always feels more urgent. The money, the career, the grades, the grind. We trade sleep for deadlines, meals for convenience, movement for a screen. And we tell ourselves, I'll fix it later, when I have time, when things slow down. But when does the world ever slow down? The cruel joke of youth is that your body absorbs it. It forgives the bad habits, but just for now. But it's keeping a tab. It's a credit card with 25% interest, and the bill always arrives on the day you ain't ready to pay. Now, here is where it gets complicated. Because if health worked like a math, cause, effect, guaranteed result, this conversion would be simple. But it doesn't. We all know the guy, the uncle who smoked a pack a day. ate fried lard for breakfast, never jogged a single step, and lived close to 100. And we all know someone who did everything right, ate clean, exercised, sleep 8 hours exactly, took the vitamins, and still got sick, still got the diagnosis, still left to err. So, what do we do with that? We use it as an excuse. Looking back my roots, my grandfather, for example, he never cared about health his whole life. And he's there 90 something. So, look, I get it. I've had that thought too. But there's the thing nobody says out loud. Health is not a guarantee, it's a probability. The uncle who smoked, he's the exception. He won the lottery, he didn't even know he was playing. The problem is we all think we are him. Nobody buys a lottery ticket believing they'll lose. That's why they sell tickets. Good habits don't promise you live a long life. They just promise the odds, improve the odds. And bad habits don't kill you immediately. The human body is not a machine where one wrong input breaks everything. It's more like a system under constant pressure. It adapts, compensates, holds on, until one day it can't. And let's be honest, unhealthy is more fun, like generally better. Right now, in the moment, the cigarette after a stress discussion, the drink that numbs the anxiety, the 2 a.m. snack, the sleeping instead of running, the processed food that tastes like it was engineering by scientists to make you want more because massive. I'm not going to sit here and pretend a salad hits the same as a double cheeseburger. It doesn't. Your brain is wired for now, for fast rewards, for comfort, for relief. Healthy habits ask you to delay satisfaction. Unhealthy ones hand it to you immediately. And we live in a world that has made the unhealthy choice the default. Cheap food is processed food. Late nights are social nights. Rest feels lazy. Movement feels work. The system is not set up in favor. And knowing that doesn't make the salad taste better. So the person who consistently chooses their health, they're not just making a food choice. They're fighting their biology, their schedule, their environment, and their social life every single day. That's no weakness when people fail at it. That's the design of the problem. Here is what nobody prepares you for. The transition from I feel fine to what happened is not dramatic. It's not a movie scene. It's slow, quiet, gradual. It's years of small decisions that compound like interest. Except you don't see the return. You see the debt. Your parents notice. Your grandparents definitely notice. Look at how their relationship with health changed. The pills on the counter, the careful look at what's on the plate, the checkups on the calendar. My father didn't care about what he ate until his body gave him a reason to. I don't want to wait for the reason, because by then, some things can't be undone. They can only be managed. And manage it is not the same as fix it. So, what do we do with all of this? I'm not going to end this with a list of tips. Download the new app, drink more water, go outside. You know all of that. I know all of that as well. Knowing was never the problem. The real thing I'm sitting with is this. Health is the one thing we all need and the last thing we prioritize. Not because we are stupid. You are not stupid. I'm sure you're watching this video. Not because we don't care, but because life keeps happening. Because the reward is invisible until it isn't. Because bad habits are genuinely enjoyable and the alternatives take effort. Because some people with terrible habits outlive people who tried. And that fact is real and it's unfair. And it doesn't mean trying is pointless. You can't control everything, but you can control the odds you're playing with. And every version of you, the kid who didn't think about it, the teenager who didn't care, the young adult who's too busy, the older person who finally has a reason, Every version of you is living inside the same body. The question is just, which version of you is making the decisions right now?